talk to any Nikon forum or enthusiast community, and one name keeps resurfacing: the Nikon Z90. For some, it's the long-anticipated mirrorless successor to the legendary D500, a professional-grade DX camera finally getting a modern mirrorless body. For others, it's just another rumor destined to fade away. Nikon fans who follow leaks closely find themselves caught in the middle. They don't want to make purchasing decisions based purely on speculation, yet the excitement surrounding the Nikon Z90 is impossible to ignore. If Nikon actually releases a DX flagship, many who recently invested in a Z52, ZFC, or Z8 could suddenly feel a wave of FOMO, wishing they had waited. The rumored Nikon Z90 checks all the boxes that serious DX shooters have been hoping for. Most leaks point to a 33-megapixel APS-C sensor, Nikon's X-Speed 7 processor, and autofocus technology borrowed from the Z9. That combination suggests a professional-level camera designed for photographers who value reach, speed, and precision over shallow depth of field effects. Unlike minor DX upgrades, the Z90 is envisioned as a high-speed, high-density crop sensor body capable of handling demanding wildlife, sports, and adventure photography. Expectations for autofocus are particularly high. Enthusiasts imagine the Z90 being able to track people, animals, and birds with the same confidence and accuracy as Nikon's flagship Z8 or Z9. Burst shooting is rumored to reach 15 to 20 frames per second, placing it squarely in the professional DX category. Essentially, the Nikon Z90 is imagined as a mirrorless D500 that doesn't compromise performance for format. When we examine Nikon's current lineup, the gaps become clear. On the full-frame side, Nikon is in a strong position. The Z9 dominates as the flagship, the Z8 serves as a workhorse, the Z72 covers high-resolution needs, and the Z62 is a versatile hybrid. DX, however, is simpler and more casual. The Z30 caters to content creators, the Z50 acts as a do-everything entry-level body, and the ZFC offers a stylish, retro-inspired option. While all three cameras are capable, none are designed to handle professional workloads in the way the D500 once did. A Nikon Z90 with a 33-megapixel sensor, X-Speed 7 processor, in-body stabilization, and Z9 class autofocus could immediately become the crown jewel of Nikon's crop sensor line, giving DX shooters a body worthy of serious work. For wildlife photographers already using a Z8 in DX crop mode with long telephoto lenses like the 180 to 600 mm, the Nikon Z90 could provide more pixels on target in a lighter, more portable package. Unlike a high-resolution FX camera such as the Z72, the Z90 wouldn't aim to win in total megapixels. Its focus would be on reach, speed, usability, and possibly price, assuming Nikon can keep costs sensible. But this is where practical reality complicates the dream. Building a rugged, fast, X-Speed 7 DX body with a new sensor and relatively low production volume is not cheap. Some users have suggested they'd pay around $2,400 for a true professional DX body, while others expect D500 style pricing. Either way, costs may make the Z90 less attractive for those who already own full-frame bodies. How much of this is grounded in reality? The strongest clue comes from Nikon registering a camera code, N2410, in China. The listing mentions 5.1 GHz wireless, usually an indicator of a mid to high-level model. That single line reignited excitement for the Nikon Z90, although speculation has also focused on other potential models like Z72, Z82, or retro-inspired cameras. The truth is, nobody outside Nikon knows for sure. However, Nikon's recent patterns indicate that ambitious R&D and feature-heavy cameras generally start with full-frame bodies. The Z9, Z8, and Z62 have received the most advanced autofocus, processing, and video upgrades. DX cameras have received attention but mainly as on-ramps for newcomers or creators, rather than as full-fledged professional platforms. This doesn't make a flagship DX impossible, but it does suggest that any Z90 would need to justify itself internally against FX releases like a Z92 or updated Z7 class model. Rumors about the Z90 are not new. Talk of a 33-megapixel DX body, sometimes called Z80 or Z90, has circulated for over a year, with early predictions targeting a 2024 launch. Those timelines have passed, shifting the narrative from leak to wishful thinking. Today, the Nikon Z90 feels less like a secret camera and more like a logical, well-conceived option that Nikon could realistically produce. Even if Nikon never releases a model labeled Z90, the conversations surrounding it reveal a clear demand. DX shooters want cameras that are treated seriously. They want the benefits of crop sensor bodies, reach, smaller size, lighter weight, without the compromises of entry-level models. The most vocal Z90 advocates are wildlife photographers, hikers, and seasoned enthusiasts who want professional-grade performance in a lighter, more manageable package. They expect weather sealing, robust construction, IBIS, a deep buffer, and autofocus capabilities comparable to the Z8 and Z9. They want a high-quality viewfinder that doesn't obstruct critical moments and a camera that can handle demanding conditions without faltering. High-quality DX lenses are also essential. Current DX lenses are sufficient for casual use, but a true professional Z90 would require dedicated, high-end DX optics to maximize the potential of its sensor. Nostalgia for the D500 drives much of the excitement. For many, the D500 represented the ultimate DX camera, fast, reliable, predictable, and relevant for years. Imagining the Z90 is essentially asking Nikon to recreate that experience in a modern mirrorless form, adding contemporary enhancements without compromising the characteristics that made the D500 great. The goal is a DX body that earns the same respect as FX flagships. However, the line between rumor and reality remains delicate. The Nikon Z90 reflects what photographers want more than what Nikon has confirmed. The gaps in Nikon's lineup are clear, and the rumored specifications are plausible. Demand exists for a professional DX camera capable of handling fast action, advanced autofocus, and rigorous use. Yet Nikon's current strategy heavily favors full frame. High-profile launches like the Olympics have demonstrated that FX bodies remain the safe, marketable, and broadly applicable choice. A DX flagship would need to compete internally with future FX refreshes, such as the Z92 or an updated Z7 class camera. The Z90 rumors highlight an obvious opportunity. DX shooters want a camera that feels as serious as a full-frame flagship. They want professional performance, modern sensors, intelligent autofocus, and robust ergonomics. They want a camera that can withstand long, demanding shooting days without compromise. The Z90 embodies these desires, offering a mirrorless DX body that restores credibility to the crop sensor ecosystem while providing the professional features missing in current models. In the meantime, the Nikon Z90 remains a hot topic for late-night forum debates, YouTube videos, and enthusiast speculation. The discussion itself is valuable. It demonstrates market demand, informs Nikon's potential development, and keeps DX shooters engaged with the brand's future. Until the Z90 arrives, photographers will continue to create their best work with the cameras in their bags, not the ones still imagined. The Z90 may be the dream DX flagship, but today, it exists only as an idea. What do you think? Would you wait for the Nikon Z90, or are current DX and FX options sufficient for your photography needs? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and happy shooting!